So this is a Hexayurt village that we built. You can see you've got all this funky additions, dormers, satellite dish. We built these small Hexayurts. There are 5 of them. Each one is about 7 square meters. So by sphere standards, they would be good for 2 people. I'm going to come inside and give you some sense of the scale. It's a little hard to get a sense, but you can see it's large enough for 2 people to sleep pretty comfortably. 1 person can stand inside easily, actually maybe 2. We built about 6 of these in one morning. This one has interior dividers. This is the pile of raw materials. See, this stuff is 1.6 by 1.2 meters, double wall cardboard. And they're setting out the banquet tables. Here are some of the folks who helped build. Everybody's tired. We built a bunch of stuff today. And this is another Hexayurt. This is the same size as the other ones I was showing you. Do you want to say hello? I'm going to upload this on the internet.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Tell them who you are.
I'm Rolle.
And what do you do?
Yeah, I'm working with sustainable issues in Hexayurt. Yeah.
Oh, I've been very glad of your help. And you want to introduce yourself? I'm going to upload this on the internet in a minute.
Yes, my name is Lars Wissegren, and I'm the general manager of Hexayurt. And I'm very pleased to have Vinay Gupta here for this workshop and exercise. And this is really the start of a very exciting journey we will make, continuing over the whole year, and actually hopefully over a few years.
I hope so too. It's been really a ton of fun being here. And I've got to say, it's a spectacular facility.
It is, yeah.
I'm so impressed by the way that the town, did this whole process of, choosing to get oriented to the future in a really disciplined way, rather than just kind of winking out when the industry went
it's
down.
It's very unusual, yeah.
I think it's really kind of globally inspirational.
Yeah. Which we noticed when we have visitors here from all over the world. They all get very inspired when they listen. Not only listen to the story, but because they can also look around and see everything that has happened.
Do you want to summarize it briefly? Just give people an idea of what we're talking about.
Okay, very briefly. It's about when the steel industry went down in the world in the late 1980s, and this municipality is based on steel industry. So over a short period of time, 1,000 people lost their jobs, and the population at the time was about 10,000. Then they started a very radical and unusual process of transformation. First question they raised was, what will the future society be like? After digging into that question for about a year, they summed up that the future society will be a C society, standing for culture, creativity, communication, competence, and it's not a C, but knowledge. And then looking at the infrastructure of Hexayurt, they could easily see that we don't have that much supporting those C's in our infrastructure. So the vision became to create that infrastructure that support those C's. And you can say education became the red thread in whatever they will do. And I make this extremely short now, but first they started with the kids, and they started with culture, making subjects like drama, music, dance, creative art, and drama, music, dance, creative art.
Drama, wasn't drama the other one?
Drama, yes. Didn't I say that? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Mandatory. They have to spend working with each field for 1 year, and also to meet an audience. Reason for that they believe that culture in itself opens up for other knowledge. Plus, working through a creative process will make you grow as an individual. You will find powers within you that you're not aware of before, etc. So that's the main reason for that. And then they started in different processes, you can say. First, technique education to support the industry that we still have here in steel and other areas. university program, I believe the first in the world actually in culinary art. There is of course a longer story behind that, why, etc. It's not just a coincidence. It's all about human beings, and so happened that there was a person running an inn here, which in the 80s was one of the highest, top-ranked restaurants and hotels in Sweden. Anyway, and then in the process of also changing housing areas in the municipality, they sort of start to understand that form and design is also something very deep and important for human beings. So they said also design is a field we should get into. Thus, that was the starting point of the
This is the whole pharmacist. And pharmacist is large. I mean, all
It
of
is.
this area back here,
Yeah.
there are offices, there's a library, there's like a design museum.
All you have the foundation program in industrial design, a unique program for Sweden. And basically all students going through that program also do get into design universities in Sweden and elsewhere, which is quite unique in itself.
Well, it's been a fantastic place to work.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Thank you.
we've had students here from, what, 2 university courses?
Two
and probably
universities, but they come
12,
from all
15
over the
countries.
world. Yeah, and it's not the first time we've done, but this is the first time. In September we'll have a lot more schools coming here, and it's the first time we do it in such a scope, and also together with authorities and industry. And that, as a meeting place, I would say it's quite unique.
I would agree.
The way we do.
I would agree. I mean, certainly in my time trying to get this stuff done, you know, the problem has always been, because it's kind of interdisciplinary,
Yeah.
you know, who hosts and who's interested in doing the development work. And, you know, this project has really been kind of a godsend, because it stepped right in and said, you know, we're interested in the whole problem.
Yeah.
We're interested in development. We have the resources. We have the contacts with government.
Yeah.
We have the contacts with industry. And, you know, we just showed up and did stuff.
Yeah. And as you said, it's quite complex doing a thing like this. So even though they probably are once talking about it, they don't have the time, or they don't really want to do it when they realize how much work it is. But this is very important for us, and we will continue to do projects like this, where we can see projects which we believe can improve society and change it in different ways. And this is one way, of course, but
I'm very glad to be here to help.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm going to go outside and show everybody the big Hexayurt now. Somebody want to come out with me and talk about the big Hexayurt? I need somebody to show scale. Come on, give me a volunteer. Somebody come. No, come on. Thank you. So tell me your name.
What?
Tell me your name.
I'm Sebastian.
Sebastian. We're going to go out here. Do you want to come too? I'm going to make another little film.
Very small, nice fire here.
So this is what I'm going to put online. I've shown all the buildings that we built earlier and all of this.
Oh, great.
Stuff.
Oh, nej.
All right. So where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Germany.
Germany.
Yes.
And which one of the courses are you with? Are you the industrial design or the art?
I'm coming from Konstfack and attending the industrial design course, Spaces of Conflict. And we built this little nice hexagon.
Now, Spaces of Conflict is actually an industrial design course?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's
It's an
interesting.
elective course. No, it's an elective course of maybe departments. There are many departments together.
Ah, I didn't realise that. And that's running out of Konstfack?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that explains a thing or two. When you come in... Oh, they put a lock on the door.
You locked the door.
Ah, they locked the door, yeah. So this is the Hexayurt we made earlier on. Let's see if we can... It's a little hard to see because the light is dim in here. Don't trust it. It's always nice to have somebody inside to give a sense of scale. Thank you for coming. So how long did it take us to build this? 2 hours, maybe?
Oh, we put a little bit of thought in it, and yeah, it was 1.5 hours, I guess.
1.5 hours, yeah. It really worked pretty well. I'm kind of... We did the full folding roof construction, which I'll try and post some videos of later on. Hello. Yeah, it was good having so many folks helping. Otherwise, you know, it's not the kind of thing you can do with 2 people yet. We need more skills to do that.
This is a bigger one?
Yes, this is the big one.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Alright. Can you see if Johan is around? See if you can get him to come out. I'd love to talk to him some more before I turn this off. Thank you. I'm going to put it up on YouTube. Yeah, I don't think I'll cut this yet, but I'll definitely try and get some of the footage of the folding stuff going on. It's quite spectacular. This is the town. Tell we're in Sweden, all right. See if we go find Johan. Ah, there you are.
Looking for me.
I'm looking for you,
Should
yeah.
we go outside? Is there enough lights for...
There's just about enough light.
Yeah,
Let's do
okay, I
it.
can stand very close to the fireplace.
Yeah, do you want to bring one inside? Can you do that without getting
Yeah,
burned?
well, you can see. I don't think they're too hot yet.
Oh, as long as it doesn't burn your hand, we should be fine
No,
inside.
I think it or we can try the fire capability of these materials.
Let's not try that. Yeah. I suspect it's pretty good because Reboard is already fire
Here you
resistant.
can actually smell how Reboard smells. In here.
Yeah.
It's impossible to do outside, but we see it in here. Because it's a bit of a sweet smell, isn't it?
I wonder how much of that's the glue from the Hexayurt, from the tape.
Yeah, that can be. Yeah,
Oh, that works great. Wow, that's
Yeah, this works.
so much light.
I will have these.
It's
or a movie lighting,
it's
you know.
a rosy glow,
Yeah.
yeah. It's, the camera works very, very hard to get usable images.
Oh, yeah?
So it cuts
Okay.
the frame rate and it over amplifies, but it always works.
Yeah, that's
So-
great. I would like that on. But it has a piece of magic.
Yeah,
Do it,
well,
yeah.
it's basically a gigantic digital amplifier with a camera attached. So,
Later, yeah.
tell us a little bit how you came to be doing this.
Okay, how we came to about this project. It actually started before I was working here at Formasus. The Formasus people, they had run a project about recreational housing. And, you know, in Sweden you can build a friggebod, which can be 9 square meters without building permission. And that is like the ultimate recreational housing. So I had a project about that, and it went quite well. It had some prizes in the New York Furniture Fair. And they did together with Parsons and the school in ZDM. And then they, basically I think they said, okay, what do we do next here? There are other people than, you know, Swedes that need recreational living that could use some, you know, good design and architecture. And so they basically started a project, and that was when I came into the picture. They had this project, we're going to do emergency housing, and they had some loose connections with Rescue Services Agency in Sweden, some paper province contact as a paper industry here. And that's how I get into it, and I started to meeting with the Swedish Rescue Services Agency. And it turned out they are also developing new transitional shelters, and that we could have a joint project here. And so the Rescue Services Agency, they went quite interested, and then we saw, we can really make something great out of this project. That's when it turned hopeful. And we had the Minister of Defense coming here, and the project, I saw it had a much greater potential and a much greater need than I first thought it would. And then I met a lot of people through the internet, like Vinay, for example. Yeah, great. Hello, Vinay. Yeah. And this is how we work in this phase 1 of the project. We are now developing on parallel tracks a few transitional housing solutions, and that also include like all those non-food items, like, you know, cooking supplies, heating, all that kind of stuff. And it's what should I say? It's a project that for the first phase, how we do it, since we have very little money and we are a non-profit, we do it a lot in cooperation with academic institutions. We have a great academic network, and so today we have Chalmers and Consvac here. We built the Hexayurt to, you know, get started and thinking, and then these we also have some thesis workers that are going to do, you know, wood gasification stoves, you know, designs. They're great wood wood gasification techniques out there. They are basically going to look at the styling for it. And then next year we're going to have one much bigger conference than this. We're actually going to try to build a refugee camp in, places like the Hexayurt. It's going to be for 1 week, and then we're going to have it's about 10 academic institutions from all over the world. Then we've got guys from Taipei, from Peru, and they have the Peru guys. They have already done a lot on earthquake housing. So we're looking forward to have them here with us. And the Parsons from New York, and from France again. So we'll have different people, and this will be. First to get them started, to get them thinking. We get all the clever people in this business here, and to brief them and give instructions. And also, it will be a huge test run, because then we had a small test run today building the Hexayurt, and I think it went almost better than expected. They learned very, very quickly how to do it, and in 1.5 hours we had 5 yurts, and with very, very little instructions and very little knowledge put into it. It was very easy for them to adapt. So we will do something similar, but for real, a nice material like the reboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then we will actually have the people leaving these years for this whole conference. And if you think about it, if you have about 60 to 100 students, we don't know yet how many we can afford bringing here, because we pay all their expenses. And that would be a great, they can be about 3-4 people living in a space like this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And if you talk about, cultural compatibility, I can't pronounce the word, being compatible with the culture.
Yep.
We have lots of culture here who's going to test it. Of course, it will be, more educated than average and everything, but it's a good test run. And before we're going into making, real test runs, which we will do in cooperation with the Swedish Rescue Services Agency. So, yeah, that's basically about the project. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. It's been great having the opportunity to come here.
Yeah, thank you.
And actually build a bunch of stuff with a bunch of people
and
who are having fun.
This building was really good, because we are dealing with quite some very good and theoretical, people, even if they are designers, and this has been very good exercise to actually do something here for a while. Yeah, and you're
splendid.
Yeah, and I hope to see you back in September.
Oh, I'll be back. You bet.
Yeah.
Look, now that we've built Hexayurts here, you're never getting rid of me. You guys, once you have invited Gupta into your life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love that it was, snowing out here. It's the first time I've seen a Hexayurt covered in snow before.
Yeah, and this is the first winter testing.
Yeah. Yeah, in America, it's all been this desert stuff.
Of some research and development here.
Yeah. It's cool. Right. That's fun. I'm really pleased with the way the little Hexayurt village came out as well. It's such a big space. It really is like a world institute for this kind of stuff. There's the small
and the people here, they also drink birch drinks. Did you tell them?
Yeah. It's pretty funny. Fermented birch.
Yeah, we don't have, the opportunities of growing champagne in Sweden, or what you call it, sparkling wine, whatever. They're pretty limited. We haven't had enough of the greenhouse effect yet. So it's, what we do is we do birch sparkling wine. Yeah, I can make some PR for that.
Yeah, which I gotta say is actually pretty tasty. I was surprised. I really thought he was joking. We are not. Apparently we are.
Yeah.
Can you go over by this one? I want to get a sense of scale for it.
Yeah, okay. The
There you go.
smaller size one.
Yeah, so it's about your head height.
Yeah.
And it's, let's see, the boards are 160 by 120 centimeters.
Yeah, it's not Swedish standards, it's a wear measurement.
It actually works pretty well.
Nice. The proportions are pretty nice. It could be a bit higher,
it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt if it was a little higher. Can you go inside and give people a sense?
Yeah. Would you see anything inside?
Yeah, we'll see.
Do you have a flash?
It's just amazingly good at low light. Yeah, there we are. It gives a sense.
And did you see you have already started to get some, decoration? Talking about.
Oh yeah, the art on the inside. I don't think that's going to show.
That is pretty dark for you to see.
Can we see? No, we're not going to see it, unfortunately. Well, it's there and it's
nice,
cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, splendid. I'm going to go down and talk to those guys, and then I'm going to put this online. Thank you so much.
Looking forward to seeing myself on the internet.
Yeah. Well, you have very fast internet access here, so it takes like 2 minutes to upload.
Yeah.
It takes less time to upload than it takes to shoot. I love that satellite dish.
Yeah, we do have music. That would be nice to have some music put in there.
I saw they got the amplifiers out. They're sitting on the big slate thing over there.
Yeah.
Hexayurt Village. I'm gonna go upload this.
You have a soundtrack as well.
Splendid. Well, I love this building too. Alright, splendid. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we really had a great time here. Very, very international group as well. I have a sensor upstairs. I'm going to go around the corner. Hello! And there it is, the Hexayurt village. Well guys, sorry that was such a long video, but that's a tour and that's the context and that's what we did. Take care.